today's video, we are going to transform this plain white mushroom made from paper mache into the beautiful Amanita mushroom you saw at the beginning. I'm excited to share this process with you, and I hope it inspires you to create something too. So let's get started. First, I mixed a few shades of red watercolor on the side. I like to apply the color generously with plenty of water so it gets absorbed into the mushroom cup, but it doesn't bleed through. And in case the paint does bleed, I can always touch it up with some white paint later. The strokes may look intense now, but once they dry, they will soften and give a mushroom a more natural look. This is a decorative mushroom and part of an art process. It may not look exactly like a real one, but that's the beauty of crafting and making art. We don't have to follow any rule. Art is about expressing yourself and having fun. Sometimes things do not work the way we plan, and sometimes we try something new and it turns out great. For the stem, I use a lot of water but not too much pigment. The Amanita mushroom has a mostly white stem, so I just want to add a bit of depth and texture. It's all about finding the balance. Next, I work a bit of paper mache clay to recreate the distinctive scale on the mushroom cup. This step adds a lot of character to our mushroom. After that, I return to the dried stem to accentuate the lines and the texture, giving it a more realistic feel. I also toned the inside of the cup with watercolor, for it turned out a bit darker than intended. But that's okay, art it's all about experimentation. Using a white gouache and a dry-to-dry technique, I add some final touches to the surface. I noticed that some Amanita mushrooms have a yellow tint on the ring and edges, so I decided to add the details to ours. It's these little touches that makes the piece come to life. Previously, I used regular jump rings for my pendants, but recently I switched to sterling silver to honor the time and effort I put into my art. I've been working on this mushroom for a few days. The whole process starts by making the clay from glue and paper pulp, sculpting the shape and letting it dry completely. If you live in a humid place like me, it can take up to a week to dry. But once dry, I refine the shape by sanding it or adding more clay. If I add more clay, it needs extra dry time. This video picks up after all the initial work, focusing on painting and assembly. Now, let's talk about glazing. I glaze the piece separately using a clear UV resin. To make the seal stronger between the cup and the stem, I used both glue and UV resin. I mixed the resin with a bit of dry white pigment, just enough to give it a milky look without risking it not curing properly under UV light. Once the mushroom is securely assembled, I use this white milky mixture to paint the white area for better contrast. And there you have it, our mushroom pendant is ready to bring joy to someone's day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it inspiring. More mushrooms and other creative content are coming soon, so stay tuned. See you next time.